So let us start with the live real-time session of the searching. So here, as I told you, I'm going to just show you a couple of well-known databases, how they are searched and how you can find various different types of search to be done here, especially from the perspective of the patentability search and from the perspective of novelty search. So let's start. So Google Patents is the first database. So if you just type Google Patents on the Google, normal Google, you will be able to see this link and you can just open on this particular search. Just for clarity, there is also another Google Patents that is available, and this is called as Advanced Google Patents. So you can click on this as well. I'm just showing you three different types of Google patents on what they provide kind of services. And there is another type of Google patents which is seen like a normal Google, and you can just type the keywords and I'll show you the difference what it has. Okay. So this is the interface. So you won't be able to actually differentiate between the normal Google patents and Google. So this is the latest version of the Google patents. This is the advanced version of the Google patents, and this is a normal conventional Google patent that was already available in the art. That means it was conventional. Let us say it is the oldest version of the uh, uh, kind of Google patents. So let us see. The oldest version is the most, let us say, best version as per my information and as per my usage capacity. So let us type a simple word here, data. You see the difference here, what I'm trying to show. Okay, you are able to see here 43 lakh 90,000 results. I'm using the same term database here and I'm putting it in this particular Google patent, and you would be able to see, let us see, 63,974 results. It's the same Google database, but this is the advanced one. What they have tried to do here is like, there may be the same application which is filed in various other countries. So it here in this result, it tried to show all the family members of a same application as well. Whereas in this, he has tried to show only the single application from the relevant family and not from all the applications. Let us do it here as well. So let us try to find here and let us see what are the advanced results here. See, this advanced Google patents and this Google patents provided the same results. That means this is again the advanced version. However, the sequence of the results may differ. For example, if you see here, the first result that you are seeing is a US 97, which is granted in 2016, 17. Whereas in this database, it is showing the results which is 2015, and the result is different. And here again, it is showing the 2015 result, it's different. So basically, this is the most advanced Google patent search. So here I'm trying to show you that what are the various options available to restrict the search. So for example, in the conventional Google, which I found it very user friendly, so I prefer to use this as compared to the advanced one. So here, if I go in the tools, I am given various options. For example, anytime, filing date, publication date. So if I want to see what all applications are filed before 2000, I will have to just select this application filing date and it will show all the, I'll just show you an example. I'll just show from, let us say 01, 01, 01 slash 01 slash 0 to 01 slash 01 slash 2001. Let us see what are the results that it shows. It showed me that on before 12th of August actually, it showed me the publication dates of all these particular things. So I think something is wrong here. So let us see from 1st of August 2020. Let us see. So before 12th of August it is showing, I don't know why it is showing that way. So let us see it here, the 1st of August and 1st of August actually. These are the results which actually he is trying to show me from the before the date of August, and I think the database is not updated. Let us track something else. So for example, 011 slash 1 Hopefully this will show the results. No, it's still not showing, and maybe that is the reason that this is the old version of the database. or today there must be some issue with that. So anyhow, what I was trying to say is like there are various options here: publication date, filing date. It also can select various offices. For example, if I choose only United States, it will show all the results of United States here. If I choose the European Patent Office, it will show all the results from the European Patent Office. EP indicates Europe. If I choose China, it will show all the results from the Chinese Patent Office. What all patent applications with regards to database are filed in Chinese Patent Office. Similarly, if I choose the filing status, if it is an application, it will show this like this. But if it is an issued patent, then I want to check only for issued patents. I'll select issued patents. It will show all the granted patents here. Similarly, if it is a utility patent, design patent, plant variety protection, defensive publication, any improvement, statutory invention, it will show all these things. For example, design. So it will try to show me the design of a database or any other specific type of relevant information from here, right? And sort by relevance, this is the latest one, this is the oldest one. So for example, this patent was issued or filed in 1922, and here if I choose sort by relevance to the latest one, it will try to show me the latest one which is filed, for example in 2017. This is the latest updated at the particular thing. So I can clear again with a single click and all the results will be back at the moment. This is the old version of the database. Similarly, if I go and find any result here, also there are various options here, and I can find it by relevance, newest one, oldest one, group by. So for example, classification, if I want to choose, I can choose a classification. I do not want to see a family members. Like I told, one application can be filed in Europe, China, Japan, and I don't want to see all the separate application. So by default, it is combining and it is showing it as a family. I can add the keywords here, and you can see the cursor here. I can check the priority date. I can publish, I can get it before this date or after this date I want to see. So all these things are possible here. I can add the inventor name and I can also add the assignee. So let us see, for example, assignee is Apple, company Apple. Let us see if I can see the results. At the moment, I'm able to see the results randomly. And let us see if I, yes, absolutely. So it showed me all the results of the Apple here. All the patents which are filed by the Apple but has the word database are actually shown here. Similarly, if I want to not restrict it to the keyword and I want to just see what all patents are being filed by Apple, here I have to just put Apple and I will be able to see all those results here. Same goes for Microsoft, for example. I'll be able to see all the results which are filed by Microsoft Canada, Microsoft International, Microsoft Technologies. All the results filed by Microsoft are clearly visible in this particular thing. And now I want to see which are the latest patents that are filed, newest patents that are filed by the Microsoft. So I can select from here and I'll see that 2020, that is March 2nd of 2020. This was a recent database file, a recent application file. I can also select the patent offices from here, like which all offices I want to see whether it is filed. Let us see if I can see some Indian application here. So ABCD, N. So I think there is no India here, but yes, I can definitely see an EP, that is European, or DE Germany here. So let us take CA Canada for that matter, and I can see all the applications which are filed in Canada and by Microsoft Corporation, and the newest one. So controller is the latest one. I can click on this and I can read the document. For example, like this, I can see this patent application here. And if I'm not able to see, I can see the family members also. So you can see all the controllers and other stuff here, right? So this is how patent search is done on any of the databases, for example. And now let us see here as well how the data, this is almost the same interface once you go in, right? There is another type of database which is referred to as WIPO patents database. It is basically a kind of database which is managed by WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, and the PCT applications which are filed are being published in this WIPO. This is also another reliable database. And if I click on advanced search here, I'll be able to see these references. And if I click on this search, I'm given three different options. A simple search. So here it will like just a simple search for database. The results which are associated with the database here, but I prefer to use the field combination here because I can use various combinations. For example, if I want to see a term here, any term, specific term, I can choose here. For example, in claims, if if I type the word database, it will show all the results which has the term database explicitly in the claims. So let us see what how much results it yield. So it yielded around 38,949 results, and all these claims would have the term database in the claims per se, and not may or may not be there in any other field, but in claims it would explicitly be there. Sorry. So this is what is the very reliable database apart from Google Patents. There are various country specific databases also which I do not rely on because they are more towards the results of country specific. Here WIPO as well as the Google Patents, they give the results which are filed across the globe, especially major countries that includes US, Europe, Canada, Australia, China, Japan, and all those countries. In WIPO you will be able to see the results from Indian perspective also. Okay, now I'm going to go into a bit advanced searches that we discussed. For example, I showed you two or three searches here, how a search is to be done for assignee and how a search is to be done for keyword specific. These would be relevant from the novelty and inventive step perspective. We also discussed an assignee based search. So even if I select an inventor here, I'll be able to see all the patents filed by this inventor. So for example, if I click on this, I'll be able to see all the patents which are filed by this person, Mr. Florin, and I'll be able to see how many patents he has filed. So he has filed 14 patents. So let us see if we can file, if we can find something on Newton. So let us see how many patents Mr. Newton must have filed. Oh wow, it has 11,000. Oh, obviously this Newton is the person who is having surname as Newton or the company as a Newton. So it's not Mr. Isaac Newton what we are referring to here, right? So this is how actually a relevant inventor based search is to be performed. Now going back, what I was trying to show you is like if I go into details of this, for example, if I click on USPTO site, because this patent is of US, I will have to select a country specific database to go into details of this. So for example, if I click on USPTO site, US Patent Office database would open. Yeah, so this is what is actually a US patent application. This is how it is written. Now, if you recall, I discussed with you the citation search as well. So forward citation and backward citation that we discussed. And I think unfortunately in this, there is only one search related US applications that has been cited. So there are very, let us see another application if we have. Um, this would have some citations here. Mm, yeah. So here, if I go in USPTO and check, yes, it has multiple options here. So these are the applications which are actually referred by. For example, this was the application number which this application referred to while doing the while drafting the application or while doing the search. And you see, this is what is the specification. We are going to see this in tomorrow's session, how we are actually going to see the draft these applications as well. So this is how actually a search is to be done here. And if you go on the home, you'll be able to see the this is the country specific database for US patent, right? So searching by class, I told you there is a classification based search. So if I just click on this class, searching by class, and I just have to enter the specific class number. For example, I told you, let us say a UPSC class number. So let us use this itself. 14, say 3, 1, 4. And I'll be able to see that how many patents are being filed under this class. So these are how many patents I was able to see, right? So computer related frame. So I want to see if there is any patent which are filed for cabinet. So this cabinet also includes these specific references. So I'll just click on this particular class 313. I'll be able to see this is basically the type of classification that are being done for each patents here. So any patent, for example, photography and optical equipment, any invention related to camera would be filed under this particular category of 317. So this is what how particular classification based search is done. Um, yeah. Also, if you just try to find a particular classification wherein you want to see all the classifications that are done in United States, available in United States. They are referred to as USPC, by the way, United States Patent Classification. So if I click on this, I don't know what happened. Okay, so this seems to be not working here. Let us say, for example, in a particular class also D14 and 314, I want to see a class called as a particular word as a monitor, screen monitor, see it from here as well. So it will show me the results which of a classes which will be having a kind of relevant feature as monitor here. Yeah. So here, this is what it is. So these are the classes. H04L are the classes where I can see the term monitor, monitoring used here. So this is a classification based search. This is a WIPO search which we just discussed about it. I would like to also show that in the Google patent, there is an option to select, for example, Google patent. If you want to consider that you want to see the results which are again a non-patent literature, I can just click here, include non-patent literature from Google Scholar as well. And if I type, let us say, what should I type? It's a microorganism. All the results which will have microorganisms in itself, it will be shown here. How generally a search is done. If it is not a very complex structure of any particular molecule or material, it will be easily seen here. So basically, it will be the mixed results of Google patents as well as the non-patent literature from Google Scholar, and that is how it is actually being searched here. So any particular patent which was recently filed, you can select it here and again choose what you want to read. So now you see the latest one which was published in 2020 is showing it as a non-patent literature. This is not a patent, it is a non-patent literature, right? So this is how actually it's a combination. This is also only possible when you selected by choosing here as include non-patent literature as well. In general, non-patent literature search is done like this. On Google, you just type microorganism uh, and you will be able to see the general search here. So for example, this is a microorganism. This is all referred to as state of art, right? So you saw state of art, you saw prior art search, you saw patentability search, novelty search, you saw classification based search, citation based search, inventors based search, assignee based search. So these are all the search that we discussed. And there are different types of other searches also, which, for example, the FTO search and other searches, which are not generally easy to show. But what I can do is like I can just show you. For example, if my patent is about a kind of let us say an example, it's a mobile phone which is having a face recognition technology. So I can just type here to find what all products will have mobile phone phone with face recognition. So I'll be able to see all the phones which will be sorry, this is actually a Google patent that I have opened. So let me just click on normal Google. This is a normal Google. And if I put here, I'll be able to see all the products which are having this feature of devices that offer face recognition. So I got this particular example here, and based on that, if my patent claim says that my invention is about, or I have claimed a phone having a capability of face recognition, I can just see whether all these phones have such feature of face recognition or not, and based on that I can send them legal notice that you may be copying my invention about face recognition technology, and I would like to either discuss a business deal, or you can stop using this technology, or you can even buy my patent from my side, and otherwise I am going to sue you for usage of the technology without permission. So this is how a product search is done. As simple as that. It's not very complex, you can see. But yes, obviously, when you actually try to show that this product is actually copying your patent, you need to clearly map or clearly give the indications in a particular tabular format, wherein a feature of the claim one has to be shown, and then which relevant feature of the product is actually copying it, that needs to be shown. So just for clarity and to get introduced for the next sessions, I will be just trying to show you here how and what we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. So before that, I think whatever we discussed about the searching, this is what it is. And keyword based search, like I told you, on Google Patents, if you want to do a search, so for example, database in mobile phone. So this is nothing but a key string, and these specific terms, for example, database, mobile phone, these are all keywords. So let us see if really the sequence of the words really matter in the Google. So here it will show me when I put a database in mobile phone, it shows me 2,64,000 results, and the first result that I got is of 2012. So let us see if I change the sequence of this particular term, whether I'll get the same result or not. You saw the difference? This is the impact of the usage of the terminology. The result differed. It has 3,18,000 results now, and the result one is also different. Similarly, if I reduce the query further, I will be able to see any other results also. 3,35 results. And again, the first result changed. This is the impact of this particular thing. So whenever you are using the keywords and specifically forming the key string, it is really important that what is the gist of your invention should come first. So for example, if I want to find, though it's not a patent related query, but I'll just try to see whether I can find anything. Samsung phone having 64 GB, able to find it, then it's a very good thing. So here it is. Basically, I did not find the relevant one, but I found one example here also. Yeah, let us see what it is. This is a Samsung electronic design patent, right? This is a design patent, just for clarity. How to identify it's a design patent? It is always referred to as USD, whereas in normal patents they are never referred to as USD. For example, let's see here itself. So this is a US design patent because it is referred to as USD, whereas this is a normal utility patent and it has referred with only US. Design patent will have no text as such. It will be just having the image of a particular product. So for example, you see the product here. This is what is the image of this particular product, and this is what is protected. There is no content. In contrast to this is a utility patent wherein it will be having all the details about your invention in terms of what it is, how it works, and all the other required data, right? So I think this is what I have for today's session. And if you have any queries about these things, if you want to elaborate, because this last day session we will be having some spare time considering the speed that I'm going with. So apart from the discussion that we will be having on last day in terms of real-time examples for drafting, if you want me to take specific topics from any of these earlier sessions, please do not hesitate to let me know one day prior in your question answer sessions itself, and I'll be glad to take those sessions also, right? So that's it from my side today, and thank you very much for your time and patience, and stay home, stay safe.